Hi guys, this is Tammy Brown, and I'm going to go over our 2015-2016 Newton-Conover City School themes. As you can see, we have broken this apart with the Newton-Conover elementary schools and the middle school. And each one of these schools has been changed and looking at a specific focus for next year. If you'll notice, we'll start with North Newton, and they are going to be focused on globalization and dual immersion. This here is their new logo for the year. They're still going to have the theme, Shaping the World One Student at a Time, and they're going to be really focused on how to embrace world culture within their lesson planning. So as you can see, there are many components, and they're going to be looking at project-based performances, really working on real-world experiences, and putting an emphasis on diversity within the classroom and the community, and focusing on that service learning piece. All of the teachers at North Newton will be involved with the SPLASH program for their professional development. Every teacher will be expected and required to complete the components within the SPLASH program that help them infuse the world cultures within their lesson planning. We're looking to teach the teachers conversational Spanish as well, so that they can have a better understanding of how to talk with the Spanish-speaking parents. In addition to that, this year, we're so excited that we're going to be able to have a dual immersion classroom, which is going to affect 2 kindergarten classrooms, actually. One of those classrooms will be completely Spanish, and the other will be English, and they will have 50% Spanish throughout the year and 50% English. So 2 classrooms will actually benefit from having a Spanish-speaking teacher, and we're so excited and can't wait to see what they're going to produce. In addition to that, many of you know, or if you're not aware, we are also going to be opening the Welcome Center. Hopefully, by the time you hear this, we already have it open at North Newton Elementary. The Welcome Center is going to be a place where Victor Alvarez will be housed. He will be our parent liaison, and this is not just for North Newton students or parents. This is for the entire district. So anyone out there who needs assistance with Spanish, or creating a translation of a letter, or coming to an IEP meeting, or even making home visits, we want you to make sure that you utilize Victor Alvarez for those things. In addition to that, we will have computers set up in the Welcome Center so that parents can come in and actually create their resumes to send out to local places for jobs, or if they just need assistance in other ways that we can help them, that's what it's going to be open for. And they can also come in and check out materials to take home and work with their students at home as well. So as you can see at the bottom here, there's some additional information, and I'm going to click on it so you can see both of these highlighted blue areas are the focuses that the team at North Newton has worked diligently on. The first one is the PowerPoint that we created to share with everyone so that you can see what our focus is going to be mainly about. Feel free to take time and go back and look through that if you would like to get additional information. And then the second piece that's highlighted there you'll see is the collaborative team global focus for next year. And what you notice here is that the teachers have taken the time, and the team has taken the time to create very systematically what's going to happen throughout the year with their quarterly mapping, and making sure that they are addressing those world culture needs in the classroom. And each one of the teachers and each grade level has chosen a specific continent or an area that they're going to focus on, and they have developed many activities that they're going to implement within that school year. So please take time to highlight or go back and look at any of these as well, so you kind of have an update of what's going on at North Newton. So now we'll move on to South Newton, and South Newton began this process with Leader in Me, the focus on Leader in Me last year, and has done a fabulous job with that. I couldn't be more pleased. They have taken the time to really embrace it within themselves as teachers and administrative staff, and now they're really pushing it to the elementary students, and it's amazing to watch and in action. You can see they changed their logo when they moved to the new school building, so they did not change anything this current year. They're still the South Newton Tigers, and we're excited that their logo is beautiful. So let's talk about Leader Me for a few minutes, just in case you don't know what that involves. The Leader in Me promotes leadership skills, interpersonal skills, and really focuses on the 4 C's and understanding of how to be a caring individual, care for themselves, but also to care for others. Really involves the service projects and making sure that all students in all classrooms at that school are able to become a leader in some form or fashion. I'm very proud of the Lighthouse team there who have been trained in this process and can go out and train others. And hopefully in the upcoming years we'll be able to train the other elementary schools within this process as well. If you don't know a whole lot about 7 Habits for Happy Kids, I'd like for you to take time to read up on that. But the 7 habits are: be proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first, think win-win, seek first to understand, then to be understood, synergize, and sharpen the saw. You can go to any student in that building and they understand what these words mean and they put it in action every day. So if you want to go find out what's happening at South Newton, you can come anytime to see those students involved with being a leader. They are actually involved with interviewing staff members that are coming for the upcoming visits, or they're the ones who are going to be employed in that school. They also help out in the mornings with various activities. They run the assemblies. So it's just a wonderful experience to go in there and just see those kids in action. So please take time to go by and check that out. The next new initiative is at Shuford Elementary, and we are moving to the blended learning school there. And if you notice, here's their new icon, our logo that they're going to be using this year. And the blended learning approach basically involves having some face-to-face instruction as well as online instruction. And it really aims to make sure that we are being innovative, but really focusing on personalization for learning and making sure that the kids understand, or the teachers understand, that all students learn differently and we have to find what meets their needs. So there'll be a lot more choices offered at this school this year, and teachers are going to be learning about how to infuse the rotation model within their daily schedule. And we're so excited because we know there's a lot of professional development opportunities that are going to be needed there. We are going to be housing a blended learning coach there this year, and that coach will be going into the classrooms and modeling, working together side by side, and really making sure that the teachers feel comfortable with how to develop that rotational model. Some of the professional development that we know immediately that we're going to really focus on is the SAMR model and the TPAC, and making sure that the teachers understand what each piece of that means and how to implement it in the classroom. Again, on this one, you see that I have an area that you can click. Very proud of the blended learning team at Shuford Elementary, and they have taken the time and really worked out exactly what it's going to look like at at Shuford Elementary when it becomes a blended learning school. And if you notice here, you're going to see that their new slogan is personalized learning through technology integration. And they mean that with every breath that they breathe at this point. They have figured out ways to make it in every avenue that is happening in their school. So anything that you'd like to know about what blended learning is going to look like at Shuford, you can click on any of the links here. It shows you the role of what the teachers are going to be doing, as well as what the instructional coach will be doing, which is different than the blended learning coach. It really pinpoints for you that the rotational model is going to have a skill-based station and the iPad station or some kind of technology station, and then a problem-based area where the kids are going to be involved with solving problems, real-world problems in our community. So then the teachers are actually going to take a test to find out what they know about blended learning, and it'll help us be able to help them be on the progression of learning for the blended learning approach and make sure that they are getting what they need as teachers to impact what's going to happen in the classroom. We also have developed badges for the completion of the modules that were created by this team in Canvas. So each of the teachers will be creating some examples and coming up with opportunities to showcase what they've learned. And then they will earn badges that they'll actually place on their doors. So check these out. They're really cool, and it really showcases what they're going to be doing throughout the year. They have developed the long-term and short-term plans, and then what it's going to look like in PLCs and how we're going to continue this initiative with PLCs, as well as follow up in each of the staff meetings that they have. So you take time to look at this. It's got a lot of information here and what we're going to be doing to help with making sure that they are well versed in what blended learning is going to be. Okay, so the last one on this sheet is the middle school, and the middle school is going to be really focused on STEM. And why STEM? Why do we want to do STEM at the middle school? Well, we really want to focus on science and math and real-world challenges and problems, and we want them to have a project-based way of learning. So we feel like this is very important for the students at the middle school. If you look at the 3 approaches that we have with the elementary school that's going to be going to the middle school in the future, all 3 of these will nicely transition into STEM, and it'll remain keeping them focused and keeping them challenged. So some things that the STEM's going to be involved with is it aligns directly with the college and career expectations with the design thinking, innovation, problem solving, collaboration, and creativity. It really is based on PBL. If you don't have information or know the background knowledge of PBL, please take time to learn about that. The Buck Institute has done a great job of training the middle school, and they're going to be able to implement this effectively. Some things that are going to be new to the middle school is they're going to have a Genius Hour. They're going to be looking at Makerspace and using that effectively. They're going to have a Learning Commons, and they're really going to be focused on school community and global improvement. We will do some professional development that's going to happen there, and that will be with NC Ties, the middle school conference, really going back to Ron Clark Academy, hopefully be able to take a team back down there because that really empowers teachers. And then we are going to be partnering with the New Schools project as well. And really focused on project-based learning, UBD Stage 1, and grant writing. So as you can see, all of these initiatives are really going to gear our kids up to be 21st century learners and really push us to that next level. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with all of these initiatives and what we are going to produce. Thanks for listening.